How's it going, everyone? So today I'm going to be ranking all of my Gunpla collection, and starting off with number 24 is going to be the high-grade Gouf. This is a much older kit. There has been a revive kit since, so this one's looking very outdated. Obviously the orange bits are stickers on this kit, whereas the new one are nice clear plastic bits. Overall, not an awful kit. It was a very early kit that I made because I just love the Gouf. But at number 23 we have the F91 Gundam. Surprisingly, I really enjoy this kit. It was very cheap when I got it. It was about £15. I don't know what the conversion rate for dollars is like that. It's a very small kit, but in the lore of Gundam it is a smaller mecha suit, and that is a reason for that. But you get lots of stuff with this. You get two back mounted cannons, you get the rocket launcher, you get the cool sort of green sword and green shield. You get a lot packed into this. And number 22 we have the Wing Sky Zero, I think it's called like that. It's from Breaker Battle Log series it was. It's just basically a repainted Wing Gundam. Not a bad kit at all, just a different paint job. Everyone likes the Wing Gundam, let's be honest, it's Wing Gundam here. It's a newer kit, but it's not a newer kit. It's an old kit, but they've sold it as a newer kit, but it's just the old OG Wing Gundam, so it does feel like an old kit when you're building it. Next, number 21 is a bit disappointing, is the brand new revived Zeta Gundam. I was expecting a lot more from this kit because I've wanted a Zeta kit for ages. I love the Zeta Gundam. I just seem to struggle with kits. The real grade, I had one, I broke it because it's the most fragile thing ever. So I was hoping this one would be a bit nicer being the high grade, but it's okay. But the ball jointed waist is really loose. In number 20 we have another Breaker Battle Log kit. We have the ground type. This is kind of a North American skin, I think it is, the black and orange. Great kit, very cheap. You get a lot of stuff in it. You get the backpack that has the mounted cannon in it, and then you get two smaller armaments. Like I say, it's sort of a no frill sort of build. It's very simple. It's just a very good looking kit for what it is, and like I say, it's so cheap. You can get it for so cheap. At number 19 is actually the first kit I ever made, which was the original high grade Barbatos. This thing is a great kit when you first buy it. Cheap, easy build, very beginner friendly. That's why I got it when I was a beginner. But over time it gets quite loose. That waist especially is exceptionally loose, but it just makes up for it by being so cool. Everyone likes the Barbatos, you know. It's a cool looking kit, but like I say, it's got a bit loose over time, so it's going quite low on my list. At number 18 we have the granddaddy of all, the RX-78-2. This is the high grade revive. Just a very solid kit. I couldn't believe how nicely together this kit went. It's got great colour separation. Stickers are minimal and they went on very nicely. They weren't fiddly at all. This is just an all-round great kit. It's cheap, it's easy to build, it looks great. I have to recommend this to everyone. But it's, for my collection, it's very middle of the road, a very early kit I built, so obviously there's been nicer kits later on. But at number 17 we have the Justice Nice from Gundam Build. I can't remember if it's Fighter or Divers Re-Rise. I think it's Divers. Bit of an out there kit. I'd never watched the show, I just saw it was cheap and I just really liked the design. It was something a bit different. It was when I was going for a bit of a phase with my collection of, wow, everything looks like an RX-78-2, I kind of want something that looks a bit different. So I grabbed this, and it's got some nice different colours that you don't normally see in kits. It's solid all round. And at number 16 we have Char's Red Zaku. This is the 2020 build, so it's a much newer kit. A lot of love for the mono eyes I do. I don't have a lot of mono eye kits because it seems everyone else has love for mono eyes and they're sold out everywhere. But I did manage to get my hands on this. I absolutely adore this kit. Char obviously being one of the best characters from the Gundam franchise, and his original Red Zaku is just something you've got to love. You've just got to have one in your collection. And speaking of Char, in number 15 we have my custom painted Hyaku Shiki. This is just the normal high grade. I think it's the revive kit. I did custom spray this in gold because I didn't like the gold that it came out in, but it's a much nicer kit. The Hyaku Shiki is just one of those suits you saw from Zeta Gundam, you thought, wow, this thing is amazing. Only Char could rock a gold Gundam, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just a lovely kit, and it really stands out in my collection, being that lovely gold. At number 14, the first of many unicorn clones, we have the high-grade Banshee Destroy mode. I absolutely love the unicorn build process. I have a lot of kits you will see in this video. The Banshee, I absolutely adore. I don't know why it's this low, it's just I have some kits later on that I absolutely adore. From here on out, there is not many issues with kits. It was just a struggle to place them, but yeah, I love the Banshee. The colours, I love like the railgun arm it has and the claw. It's iconic for me. Unicorn was such a good series. And then at number 13, we had the first real grade I ever built, which was the MK.II Titans variant. As you can see from all the dust on it, it's a much older kit of mine. But yeah, considering people say that real grades, like early real grades, were really not great and spaghetti, this one has started loosening a little over time. But the build process for this was really enjoyable for me. It was just basically sort of an RX-78-2, but it went together nicely. It's a solid kit. At number 12, we have the Narrative Gundam, another unicorn clone. This one's slightly not quite a unicorn clone. There's a lot different with this. Obviously, the big standout is lovely clear red parts, and also the legs aren't quite the same as the unicorn clones. But yeah, watch Narrative straight after Unicorn. This kit just stood out to me. Absolutely stands out with them lovely red clear bits. It's mainly the reason I bought it. And then I got a red stand as well, so it just stands out even more. Solid kit. At number 11, we have another Barbatos, but this time it is the Lupus Rex, and it's one I did custom paint the fingernails, the toes, and the tail, if I recall. Lovely kit, and big upgrade on the original Barbatos. This thing is huge. It has such a shelf presence, and it's dirt cheap. I absolutely love the Lupus Rex. I know people love the Lupus, but for me the Lupus Rex, it's just the big scary claws and the tail. I just think it makes it look mega. It's such a nice kit. If you haven't got one, get one. And then at number 10, we have a real big boy of a kit. We have the high grade. Is it the Psy or the Kasai? It's the one from Halfway Flash. It is the Netflix film or whatever it is. This thing is, I love it. It's massive, which is not great for shelf space, but it is just a solid kit. I had so much fun building this. I do have a Penelope in my backlog. I have it. I just haven't found the time to build it because these things are just so damn big. It takes a lot of time to build them, but yeah, this thing is great. It's really, if you want a kit that's a bit of a different build, you're getting tired of the same old builds, things going together the same. The Psy is a really solid, different build if you want something different. If you're getting a bit bored, get yourself a Psy. At number 9, we have the brand new, I don't know how to pronounce its name, is it the Lfrith or something like that? It's the one from the Witch from Mercury prelude episode we got. This high grade is phenomenal. I love it so much. The green eyes just stick out so much. The white and pink, it's just clean. Them sort of bunny ears. And then let's not forget that cool new chest piece they have, like the sort of tortoiseshell sort of, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like a brand new piece that Bandai's made just for these Witch from Mercury kids. They are gorgeous. This kit is one of my favourite kits ever. At number 8, we have a Master Grade Turn A Gundam. Originally, I think this is for everyone. When I first saw the Turn A, I didn't like it. I gotta admit, I didn't like it. But then after watching a few clips, watching a few episodes of the series, I fell in love with this thing. And then when I saw my local stores had it in its boneyard section, because it was missing with this kit you get like a cow and a character figure. It was missing them, but they had cut it by about half price, so it was just a kit I couldn't refuse. This thing is quite expensive normally because it's such an old kit, but when I saw it at that price, I had to grab it, and ever since I've loved it. It's so different, and it just looks so good. At number 7, we have the Master Grade Kyrios. This thing is amazing. I love it so much. The sort of 00, they weren't quite revives, but like the newer Master Grades, like the Dynames and the Kyrios, these things just snap together so damn well. And Kyrios, I was a little skeptical when I first bought it. I thought, how is that claw going to balance on its arm? Because when you make a lot of kits, you realise they have a lot of weight issues. That claw sticks on so well, you would not believe. These Master Grades from 00 are just amazing. I haven't transformed him yet, but he is transformable. But yeah, that orange just stands out. It's a nice kit. At number 6, we have the high grade full armor unicorn in green. I absolutely love this thing. It took like 2/3 of my time making all the weapons and only about 1/3 making the actual Gundam itself. But this thing, it has a massive shelf presence, and then also when you get a nice green sparkly stand for it, it really does stand out. Full armor, it's just amazing. I can't comprehend it in words. This is probably a bad video for you to watch, but the full armor unicorn is gorgeous. At number 4, we have the real grade Tallgeese. Finally, a more modern real grade that goes together well and, you know, maintains its maneuverability. If you're a fan of Gundam Wing like I am, the Tallgeese is iconic. The backpack, like the back thrusters on this kit, are absolutely outstanding how they separate. It's just an iconic kit. I know a lot of people love the Leos, and obviously the Leos were based off the Tallgeese. It's just a lovely kit, and it's not too big. It's actually quite a small kit, so if you're struggling for space, get yourself a real grade Tallgeese. Lovely kit, snaps together so well. At number 3, we have a P-Bandai, my first ever P-Bandai. I do have another one in backlog, but this one is the Moon Gundam. I couldn't refuse when I saw this thing. It was the same price as a normal Moon Gundam. I thought, to hell with it, I'm going to get myself a P-Bandai version of this. The clear colour on the Moon Gundam, it's so nice. The way you can see like the sort of inner frame through the clear white plastic, it's a gorgeous kit. Everyone loves the Moon Gundam. I've never met anyone who didn't like the Moon Gundam. And I just thought, hey, if I can get my hands on a P-Bandai, I'm going to grab this one. It's lovely. At number 2, we have a special gold-plated high-grade Phenex, and I was struggling for so long to find this thing. I saw plenty of high-grade Phenexes, but Bandai just doesn't seem to make a nice gold. I was like, no, if I'm going to get one, I need to get the gold plate one. And I was fortunate enough to find one at a reasonable enough price. I love the Phenex. If you've not seen from this list, I love unicorn clones, and the Phenex is my favourite unicorn clone. Them big wings on the back with the 2 tails that hang out the side, it's gorgeous. And then at number 1, my favourite kit I have in my collection was the first Master Grade I ever built, was the Master Grade Dynames. This thing I was a little skeptical. When you read Master Grade, you think, oh, it's going to be time consuming, it's going to be complicated. No, this thing just snapped together so easily, so well. It was such a pleasant build to make, and the end result is fantastic. Dynames is it's a gorgeous kit, and if you can get your hands on one, especially if you want a first time Master Grade, get yourself a Dynames. Anyway guys, I thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.